Hi there, welcome back to my channel Educate with Milanjis. Last time we had studied about poverty and the various types of measurements of poverty. At that time I assured you that I'll make a video on the Multidimensional Poverty Index. So here I am with it. Before we go any further, if you had not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for getting the notifications of my upcoming videos too. Also, like the video if you feel that the content was good and comment in the comment section for any further clarifications. So, without any delay, let's move on to our topic. The last and most important measurement of the poverty is the Multidimensional Poverty Index. The MPI is the most prominent application of the multi-dimensional poverty measurement. It incorporates the three dimensions at the household level, that is, health, education, and wealth. In 2010, the UNDP replaced the Human Poverty Index with its Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index by building up the index from the household level. Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index, or the MPI, is a poverty measure that identifies the poor using the dual cutoffs for the levels and number of deprivations, and then multiplies the percentage of the people living in poverty times the percentage of the weighted indicators for which the poor households are deprived on the average. The index creators reported that they selected the three dimensions and each of their corresponding indicators because they reflected problems often mentioned by the poor people. They have been long considered important by the development community. Thus, the Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index measures and identifies the very poor by measuring a range of important household deprivations directly rather than only indirectly through the income, then building up the index from the household measures to the aggregate measure. The actual MPI of the country is computed with the adjusted headcount ratio. Now there comes a question. Why should we choose the Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index? And it is because the income alone can miss a lot of things which lead to the poverty of people. The poor people themselves describes their experience of poverty as multi-dimensional. That is, it is not confined to only one aspect alone. The more policy relevant information available on poverty, the better equipped will be the policy makers to reduce it in all aspects. Now, let's study how the Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index is calculated. Each person is assigned a deprivation score according to his or her household's deprivation in each of the 10 components of the indicators. The maximum deprivation score is 100%, with each dimension equally weighted. Thus, in each dimension, the weight is 33.3%, or the deprivation score would be 33.3%. The education and health dimensions have two indicators each, so each indicator is worth 16.7% in these dimensions. The standard of living dimension has 6 indicators, so each indicator is worth 5.6%. The first dimension is health, and it consists of nutrition and child mortality as the indicators. Number 1. Nutrition. A household is said to be poor where the members are malnourished. The household member who is malnourished is measured by the body mass index for adults, and for children below the age of 5 it is calculated based on World Health Organization standards, that is height for age. Number 2, the child mortality. A household is said to be poor where a child has died in the household within the age of 5 years prior to the survey. The second dimension is education, and it contains school attainment and school attendance as its indicators. Number 1, the school attainment. A household is said to be poor based on the number of household members who has completed at least 6 years of schooling in that family or household. Number 2, the school attendance. A household is said to be poor based on the school-age children who is not attending the school at the stipulated time period. The third dimension of the Multidimensional Poverty Index is the standard of living, and it has the following indicators. Number 1, electricity. A household is said to be poor if they don't have access to electricity at their households. Number 2, drinking water. A household is said to be poor if they don't have access to clean water for drinking or having access to clean drinking water through a source that is located 30 minutes away or more by walking from their households. Number 3, sanitation. A household is said to be poor if they don't have access to improved sanitation facilities or having access only to shared improved sanitation facilities at their households. Number 4, cooking fuel. A household is said to be poor if they are using conventional cooking fuel such as dung cakes, wood and charcoal as fuel. Number 5, having a house. A household is said to be poor if it is dirty and plastered with mud or dung and having dung floors at their homes. Number 6, assets. A household is said to be poor if they are not having at least one asset related to access to information or not having at least one asset related to mobility or not having at least one asset related to livelihood at their households. Today, we had learned about the Multidimensional Poverty Index, how it is calculated and its various dimensions and indicators. I hope you all liked the video. Please show your support by liking and subscribing my channel. Till we meet with a new topic, auf Wiedersehen.